Hey guys, it's Jamie Harris with ICS Roofing. We are going to shoot a repairability video today. We are working on claim number 078-735-1055. This is the west slope and it is currently 64 degrees. I'm going to turn the camera, that way you can see me doing the repair video, and then at the end I'm going to just kind of pan around and show you what the roof looks like as of right now. We've got, looks like 4 tarps on the roof, and this was an estimate by the insurance company for a 42 shingle replacement on this particular property. So let's get started. We are going to be working over here. Thank you, Matthew, if you will turn the camera for me. And we will get started. So, as you can see already, in this area on the west, we've got the lamination of the shingles. Shingles are very brittle. We've already got cracks in the shingles on this particular area. So we're going to go ahead and start working on this area right here to get this shingle replaced. So we're going to be using a flat bar to do this. It's very important on using these flat bars. We don't want to go over our 45-degree angle. We don't want to cause anything to happen to the shingles on our own while we're repairing these. We don't want to put the cracks in them or the creases. So again, it's essential we don't go over our 45-degree mark, which is hard when you're putting your nails in your shingles. You got to get them lifted enough to put the nail in, but you don't want to go over that 45-degree angle. So we're going to loosen up the shingles above it. Usually we like to go 2 rows above to get the nails loosened and taken out, loosened up, so we can get our shingle that we are replacing in. So with our flat bar, we like to go side to side. Last thing we want to do is do a puncture or a tear into the shingle. So we're going to go side to side. We're going to do the 2 rows above the shingle that we're going to be replacing, this one right here. All right. We're going to get our flat bar and go side to side. And as I'm doing this, you can see the granules already coming down. Granule loss right here. You can hear it, you can see it. So again, we're going to be replacing this shingle right here. So, again, we're moving our flat bar side to side. We want to be as gentle as we can. We don't want to put any rips, tears, punctures into the shingles with our flat bar. All right. And there we go. Nails are starting to come loose. There's another one that's holding it up. Get that out. All right. There's another nail that's holding it up. All right. And let's get that out right there. This is what usually happens, because there's going to be a couple of shingles or a couple of nails holding these shingles that you got to find with your flat bar. Again, being as careful as you can. Can't stress it enough, we don't want to puncture the shingle with our flat bar. Okay, let's see. There's one of the nails right there. Get that out. All right, it's starting to come loose now. Sometimes you do have to lift these shingles up a little bit See what nail, it's usually the last nail or two that's holding this in. And again, you don't want to come over your 45-degree mark because you don't want to put the creases or the cracks in the shingles on your own here. But as I'm lifting these, you can hear and you can see the granules already coming loose. You can see the brittleness of the shingle, and you can see how they've thinned down. Delamination. Okay, let's see. All right, there we go. And there's the nail. Looks like that might be the one that's holding it up. Get that out. Looks like we got them one or two more. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's find this last little nail here. All right, we're getting closer here. Okay. And this right here could possibly be our nail. Okay, looks like we've got one more that's holding it. Yes, right there on the nail. Okay, so we've got our shingle out, and you can see the delamination of the shingle. You can see how brittle it is. Just for example, just from the shingle that I have pulled out here, barely getting it to that 45-degree angle. Granules are coming off the shingle. You can see the cracks in the shingle that I'm not trying to cause. It's already there, and that's showing up from getting it at that 45-degree angle. So we're going to be replacing that one there with a new one. So what we want to do is get this right in exactly where that other one was. We want to get it, the nails, there's 4 nails to the nail strip. We want to make sure that goes in right. Looks like we had a good install on this particular roof. But ultimately, what we're trying to do today is we're trying to help the insurance company make the right decision and help the homeowner out as well. And anything we can do to help the homeowner out in this situation, that's ultimately what we want to do here. So before we nail in our shingle, we want to make sure that every part of the roof that we just loosened on the shingles above it, we want to get those tightened back down, nailed back down there. We've got a nail strip we want to make sure our 4 nails go into. And let's see. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this nailed down, and then I'm going to make sure that everything's tightened up around it. So as you can see right here too, as I'm lifting this to get my nail in on the nail strip, just barely getting it to that 45-degree angle, it's already causing the brittleness, the brittle shingle, it's already causing it to crack. The shingles are coming down, or excuse me, the granules are coming down. As I'm nailing into it, you can see all the granules that are coming down from the shingles that are around it. So, again, as we're getting our 4 nails into the nail strip, right here, barely lifting this to be able to get my nail in. Granules are completely just coming off this shingle right here. It's already causing a crease above it. And again, this was a 42 shingle repair on this roof. I don't see how that's possible without causing further damage to the homeowner's property. This, to me, as I get this last nail in, and again, as I'm nailing this in and barely lifting lifting this shingle up to get me enough room and not going over the 45-degree area. Granules, delamination, creasing and cracks around the shingles above it as well. But to me, this is a textbook. It's an irreparable roof. I don't see 42 shingles being repaired on this roof to make this up to code or efficient for the homeowner. This roof is just not, to me, it's not repairable. And as I'm going back and putting my nails in the shingles above the one I'm replacing, all the granules that are coming down, it's cracking the shingles around the area that I'm working on. There we go, not going over a 45-degree angle, and again, that is hard to get your nail in and do that. All the granules that are coming down right here, the cracks and the creases that are above the shingle that's being replaced. Let's get our last nail into this top row that we loosened up. And as you can see, again, more cracks, more creasing, granule loss from the shingles above the area that's being replaced. Let's get a nail over here on this top part that we loosened. And as you can see, as I just lifted that, this is causing more granule loss. This is causing a crack up here on this shingle. And you can see right here, the shingle that was replaced, you can see all the granule loss that has come down from the shingles above it trying to make this repair. So again, ultimately, we're trying to help the insurance company make the right decision, trying to help the homeowner out by doing the right thing. And looks like we did have a good install on this roof. We just want to get it back up to code. We want to get it done right. And want to make sure that we've got everything tightened or nailed back down that we loosened up in order to get to it. So this shingle is tight, it is secure. Right here, this did cause further damage by replacing this one shingle tab by causing cracks and creasing in the shingles above it and more granule loss, as you can see, coming down on the new shingle that was replaced. Again, Jamie Harris, ICS Roofing, claim number 078-735-1055, West Slope, 64 degrees. Thank you, guys.